Rafi Devers, who is the best hitter on the Red Sox team, that's why he got the big contract, had this to say after the game when everyone was talking about whether or not he would consider playing first base. All right, now follow along. This is from Rafi Devers, quote, "I know I'm a ball player, but at the same time, they can't expect me to play every single position out there. In spring training, they talked to me and basically told me to put away my glove, that I wasn't going to play any other position but DH. So right now, I just feel like it's not an appropriate decision by them to ask me to play another position. It was the GM that I spoke with. I'm not sure what he has with me. He played ball. I would like to think he knows that changing positions like that isn't easy." Now, this is from Gabrielle Starr. This is a quote she took from Rafi Devers. Quote, "They put me in this situation. They told me that they didn't want to allow me to play any other position. And now I think they should just do their jobs, essentially. Hit the market, look for another player."
Wow.
I mean, wow.
Wow. They got some problems.
Can I just say, when you miscue two fly balls in left field, what do they always say? The ball will find you.
Yeah.
The ball has found the Boston Red Sox. Of all the players to get injured after Rafi Devers loses his spot at third base, the one that you couldn't afford to lose because it would bring back this whole, is Rafi Devers going to play defense again, is Tristan Casas. Yeah, and it's not like he's on the 15-day IL. He's gone for the year.
Might be the best time to start a road trip in the Red Sox. This is the last game of the homestand. Couldn't have picked a better time for the team to go on the road because this thing would have been nuts on a Friday at Fenway.
All right, so are we cool with what Rafi Devers just said?
I have no problem with it. Look, it's been a saga now, and he gets asked about it every day. But this, I think, knowing Ralphie and knowing the other men involved here, is a sit-down conversation. It's a sit-down. Ralphie's sitting there going, hold it, timeout. You told me I was going to play third base, and you go get a third baseman. Then you tell me put my glove away, and now you're telling me pick it up and go play somewhere and learn first base.
But an injury took place to one of his teammates.
I get it. He's got feelings. He did this same thing earlier when everybody was saying he should go be a DH. He didn't want to, but he did it. He conformed. I think it's a conversation that he's going to do it again. He will play first base, but they better sit down and rectify it.
So you think he will eventually be the first baseman?
I think he will. You can't sit there and take his glove away and say, never mind, you're not going to do it. And that means that was some hard conversations. To tell a guy who's a $300 million player and been an all-star and he only committed 12, 14 errors after he's worked his tail off down from 100 to
and he's got the last contract basically of his career with you. So he's decided to stay loyal to the organization.
Throw your glove away. Don't worry about it. You know how hard that was for him?
Oh, he struggled mightily.
You know how hard that was for him?
And then he's finally figured it out.
You know how much pride you take in your defense when everybody's saying you can't defend? When that is the only knock you have? That's out early. That's working your tail off every second. He knows what it took to get to this position. He knows what it's going to take to be respectable at first base.
So where do you toe the line of, I'm actually kind of irritated, I'm the player, I'm mad, I feel like I'm being messed with, but also being loyal to your teammates, knowing that if you go over there and play first, you're helping them win?
But we don't know.
Yeah, that's the fine line. And I think this is like the double-edged sword, right? So you signed this player.
Real quick, I have to interrupt.
Uh-oh.
They just put this up on the screen. Devers asked if his relationship with the Red Sox is okay. Quote, "Here in the clubhouse, thankfully, the relationship that I have with my teammates is great. I don't understand some of the decisions that the GM makes. Next thing you know, someone in the outfield gets hurt. They want me to play in the outfield. I think I know the kind of player I am. And yeah, that's just where I stand."
I can understand it because when he signed that contract a couple of years ago, they were basically saying this is going to be our foundation player. This is the offensive guy that we're going to build this team around, right? And I'm with Harold. All of a sudden you bring Bregman in. No, he's probably going to play left field, maybe some second base. No, he's playing third base. You're going to DH. And I'm sure Devers was like, wait a minute. So it's a fine line. And I'm sure that there are guys on the team that can understand if he feels like that, because when you tell a guy, hey, no, put your glove away, you're going to DH. You lost your job at third base. We brought in Alex Bregman, and the word was Bregman might play second, maybe a little bit of outfield, see if he can transition. He's playing third, by the way. You're going to DH.
This is the one thing I'll say to defend Craig Breslow and the Boston Red Sox. You did pay this man handsomely.
No question.
You gave him a $300+ million.
I think eventually he will move to first.
So
But my point is this. Let me finish my thought.
All right.
If you give a guy over $300 million, he's not just a player on your roster. He's a partner in your organization. Shohei Ohtani is a partner to the Dodgers. And Rafi Devers is a partner. He is a financially invested asset that is being taken care of financially. And from that perspective, he should be the company guy that's willing to do whatever that organization asks him to do to help the team win, because they committed to him, he committed to them. So I see the other side of that.
I see what you're saying, but I'm going to ask you this. Would he have got $300 million at first base?
Probably not, because up until when Vlad Guerrero signed that $500 million deal, like 290 Albert Pujols, there was some first base.
Yeah, but that's a free agent. They knew what they thought of him defensively. So they knew they clearly weren't excited about his defense, but they gave him the contract anyway. It was the bat that they paid for.
So you said he's a partner in this. Well, he's being a partner in this. Here's what you told me. I've done this. If we're partners, then you got to come at it a different way. I don't know.
Hey, Blue Nation. Welcome to latest Los Angeles Dodgers news. You're here with a diehard Dodgers fan, living every game, every rumor, every emotion just like you. And today we've got a bombshell. Rafael Devers, the guy carrying the Red Sox bat, is unhappy. Yep, you heard it right. And guess who's watching all of this from the sidelines? The Dodgers. And that's where things get interesting. Let's start from the beginning. Tristan Casas, the starting first baseman for the Boston Red Sox, is out for the season. And the front office? They just stood there. No proper replacement, no significant moves in the market. And who's taking the hit? Rafael Devers. He is by far the team's best player in 2024. 33 home runs, 100 plus RBIs, 5.3 WAR. And now, in 2025, they're forcing him to move away from third base, his natural position, to try and plug a hole. He didn't like it, and he's making it pretty clear behind the scenes. According to sources close to the Boston media, Devers is frustrated, feeling underappreciated, and questioning the franchise's commitment to contending this year. And when a player of that caliber starts feeling uncomfortable, guess who enters the chat? The Dodgers, my friends. Our team has already proven it's not afraid to chase elite talent. Just look at Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and of course, Shohei Ohtani. And right now, we don't have a solid, dominant name at third base. Max Muncy has been rotating, but he's also covering other roles. Enrique Hernandez is versatile, but he's not a long-term solution. Imagine an infield with Freddie Freeman at 1B, Betts at 2B, Devers at 3B, and Miguel Rojas or Haizong Kim holding down shortstop. My friend, that's a nightmare for any opposing pitcher. Analysis: how Devers fits with the Dodgers. Let's talk technical fit. Devers is a lefty, explosive at the plate, and has multiple plus 30 HR seasons under his belt. He'd add depth to the lineup and create even more room for Ohtani to shine as the DH with less pressure. Plus, Devers has already proven he can handle pressure. He's had postseason games with a .295 average and clutch moments with the bat. And in Los Angeles, with this battle-tested roster, he'd be playing relaxed, just focusing on what he does best, crushing the ball. Opinion: Devers' mindset and the perfect timing. Now think about it. If you're Devers and you see the Red Sox sinking in questionable decisions, while on the other side, there's a franchise that values its players, contends every year, and has top-tier facilities. Wouldn't you want to come here? The Dodgers front office, always 3 steps ahead, is already watching the situation closely. Inside sources say they're quietly exploring possibilities because timing is everything. Possible scenario: how a trade could happen. Of course, the package to bring Devers would have to be solid. But here's the thing. We've got young pitchers like Landon Knack, solid prospects in the farm system, and even veterans like Chris Taylor who could be valuable to a rebuilding team like the Red Sox. And with Shohei Ohtani already drawing star power, Los Angeles is becoming an even more attractive destination. Now, I want to hear from you, Dodgers fans. Would you like to see Rafael Devers wearing a Dodgers uniform? Do you think it's worth giving up some young talent to bring in a player of this caliber right now, while the championship window is still wide open? Drop your comments below. Let's talk about it like true Dodgers fans. And if you enjoyed this video, you know the drill. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications because here, my friend, we live and breathe Dodgers 24/7. Until the next video, and let's go Dodgers!